All right. Without any further delay, let's just get right into it. Make sure that this is working. Looks like it is. So today on the channel, I'm going to be bringing you a deck that's kind of floating around in not exactly the top of the meta currently, but it's just hovering around. I thought it was really interesting as I had a few of the pieces already. It's green-white humans, or Selesnya humans. So we're just going to give it a try on the rank ladder today, and we're pretty low as the rank reset, so we're going to try and hit the rank ladder, and we'll play around. We'll see if Selesnya humans can stand up to the other top decks in the meta. So I'll just give a quick overview of the deck. We have the Chaplain of Arms, which is going to be a good first strike ward 1. Dies, it's going to come back for us, and it's going to give each creature we control ward 1. It's also got flying in first strike, so it can be a blocker in the air with first strike, especially with the 2/1 power. Cloudspell Cleric, we pretty much know what that does. Don't really need to go over that. Intrepid Adversary, and the white mythic for Midnight Hunt. It's got Lifelink as a 3/1. It's going to come in and buff our entire team if we pay any amount of 2 additional mana. When we cast it, we have the Luminarch, pretty self-explanatory. Sun Gold Sentinels, just a really good human. It can activate the Coven to basically get in for free damage against our opponent. We have 2 Join the Dance. It's just going to create 2 humans with flashbacks, so we can just grow our board if we want to. Then what the deck is really trying to showcase here, one of the cards is Catilda, Dawnheart Prime for 2 mana for a 1/1. Protection from werewolves, probably not going to be super prevalent in the meta. But humans we control have tap, add 1 mana, so that includes Catilda, and then you pay 6 and tap her. Put a 1/1 on each creature we control, so we're just going to try and get a bunch of humans out and get that ability activated on our opponent's end step to just grow our entire team. We have 3 Brutal Cathars, and if you've tuned into the channel before, you know that this is one of my favorite cards in the meta right now. It's great, it's wonderful, I love Brutal Cathar, it's awesome. You pretty much know what it does, no need for a ton of explanation here. Lead Spellbinder, pretty standard in the meta. We're running 2 Adeline. She's going to just keep making humans for us. She's going to be huge as our board is also wide, so she's got Vigilance, so she's going to be our beater, our huge creature. We're just going to have wide blockers. Then I threw in 2 Augur of Autumn. I thought this card was interesting and not really in a ton of decks, so I wanted to try it in here in the 3 slot just to kind of see if it would do anything. So we can look at the top card of our library at any time and play lands from the top of our library. So if we're just kind of getting flooded with lands on the top, we can filter them out. And then if we have Coven, as long as you control 3 or more creatures with different powers, you can cast creature spells. So it kind of acts as the level 4 Wolf Enchantment Ranger class. It acts as that. So I thought Augur of Autumn being human with power 2, toughness 3 seemed pretty good. Pretty good blocker. It's going to filter out our lands and then also get lands and creatures later in the game to kind of pair with Sun Gold Sentinel and the Luminarch Aspirant. Then most green-white humans are running 4 Sigarda Champion of Light, but we only have 1. And as you can see up here, I don't have a Mythic Wildcard to waste on a Sigarda. So she's 4 mana, 1 green, 2 white. Flying Trample, humans. She's a human lord. She gives our humans 1/1, and then she also has Coven to kind of pair with Sun Gold Sentinel and Augur of Autumn. So whenever Sigarda attacks, if you control 3 or more creatures with different powers, look at the top 5 cards. You may reveal a human creature from among them and put it in your hand, rest at the bottom. So Sigarda just filters. She buffs our humans. She has Flying and Trample. She's a 4/4. We're running 23 lands. Nothing really to go over in the land spot. And then we're running 3 Rally of the Ranks. This is kind of weird in all the green-white human builds I've seen. Rally of the Ranks is only played in a 3 of, and I'm really not sure why, because it's not legendary, so you'd think you'd want 4, but I guess everybody runs 3, and I have 3, so that's perfect. I don't even have 4 to put in. So Rally of the Ranks is a 2-mana enchantment. It's going to enter. We choose humans as our creature type, and then creatures of the chosen type get a 1/1, so it just acts as a Lord enchantment. But that's pretty much it, and I don't want to talk too much at the beginning of this video to let you guys see some more gameplay. Oh, that's why that was doing that, because I had selected humans. Oh, interesting. Okay, well, cool. Anyway, here's the deck. And yeah, if you are viewing and you want to throw a message on Twitch to let me know that you're there. I'd love to respond to you and get a little bit more of a community going. That's something I haven't been too good at doing in my last couple of videos, as I tend to narrate the games, but I'd love to interact with you if you're here and you want to just say something in the chat based on the deck I'm playing or a deck you'd wish I'd play or some of your experiences within the ranked ladder. I'd love to just go back and forth on that. So without further ado, let's just get into the ranked ladder with some green-white humans. Yeah, so if you're in the chat, just say something, let me know you're there, and I'd love to say hey. And if you want to subscribe to me on YouTube, I'm also Azarain on YouTube. This video will be posted there along with some other Commander or Standard related deck techs and card breakdowns and spoilers and whatnot. All right, it looks like we have our first match. Okay, so first hand, we have our turn 2, we have a turn 3, and then we have our 1 Sigarda. I think we're going to keep this just because our mana looks really good here. We can keep the Intrepid kind of on the larger side here. We don't have anything for turn 1, so we'll just get the farmland out. Alright, so our opponent plays blue land. We get another Luminarch. That's fine. They might Fading Hope. Okay, we had no stick on the cast. I don't think there's going to be a 1-mana counter spell. But we could see that Fading Hope. Nope, no Fading Hope. Interesting. Alright, let's see. We draw what we wanted on turn 1. So I think if we go Spellbinder here, so what I'm thinking, they could have a Jawari Disruption. So if we go Spellbinder, it forces the disruption. But if we go Luminarch and they can't cast the disruption, is we have the 1 to pay. So let's just see what they have. Okay, just what I thought. We're just going to move right to combat, and I want to spread the counters out just in case they do have Fading Hope. I don't want to just get really greedy and put all my counters on my 1 Aspirant. Fading Hope. Yep. That's exactly what we wanted to avoid. So he keeps on top. We're going to go ahead and just get our Chaplain of Alms out. So this creature, the Chaplain of Alms, is also going to be a really nice creature that we're going to want to put 1/1 counters on with our Luminarch Aspirants, because it also has Ward, so it's got a little bit of that protection, so our opponent has to make sure not to just tap out all the time. Okay, so they foretell... okay, we get our 3rd Luminarch Aspirant. So this is where they have the 1 mana. I think I want to move to combat, put the counter on the Chaplain. Let's see what he does. If he does another Fading Hope on my Luminarch Aspirant, so he doesn't. So now I think we go Spellbinder. Let's see what he's planning for turn 4, and we're going to try and stop that. Okay, so, yep, he's got 1, 2, 3, 4 mana. He's got 2 Sock Comings, where I'm assuming that's a 3rd Sock Coming. So the Graven Lore is really the only thing that I mean, a Sock Coming, I could stop one of them. The Graven Lore doesn't do too much. It's going to come down in probably 2 more turns. And the Sock Comings could really hurt me later on, so I think we just get rid of 1. We'll make 1 more expensive. He's probably got 2 more. I just don't want to make his counter spells too easy. Not Zach Dempsey says in the chat, hey yo, hey, what's up, not Zach Dempsey, thanks for tuning in. And if you're someone else in the chat who just wants to say hey, just go on and try and reach out to you. I'd love to get some more interaction going on here. So we don't get another land for Sigarda, and our opponent is probably got, so he's got enough mana to cast the Sock Coming in his hand. He can't cast the one we exiled, and then I'm assuming he's got one over here. So what I kind of want to do is I want to bait some Sock Comings. So, oh, man, I really wish we would have gotten another land. That would have been a little better than a rally here. Because he's pretty much going to counter anything that we do. But what's better for us, Rally or Luminarch? I think Luminarch's better, because that's just better in the long run. Rally just gives us a buff across our team, whereas Luminarch is just going to start stacking all the time. So we'll go here. we're going to try and force a counter spell, which also doesn't put his Fading Hope in a good spot. And that's where I think we want to be, is just trying... Okay, that's all right. So we're going to go ahead and put it on the Chaplain just because it's got that ward. So it's going to be a little bit harder for him to target that with his Fading Hope and keep his mana up. So that's just our goal, is to try and pressure like that. Okay, so next turn, if we get another land, we're just in a better spot. All right, we do get another land. So now we can either try and go Sigarda, which forces a counterspell. So we exiled one that he doesn't have enough for. So let's just try and do Luminarch. Let's try and bait another counterspell, and then we can... Okay, so he's gonna hold up Fading Hope. We're just gonna go all out. So we're gonna just spread among everyone. So if he wants to Fading Hope, he's gonna have to make a choice. So he's gonna die if he doesn't return the Elite Spellbinder or the Chaplain of Arms. And then we'll get that nice ward ability. Alright, so our opponent's going to go to 1. So if he doesn't plan on board wiping next turn, I think we have this game. Alright, okay, so he foretold to behold the multiverse. Hey, I just saw some new viewers pop into the chat, so if you're there and you want to say, hey, feel free to go ahead and do that, and I'll give you a shout out. Hopefully you're just in time to watch us win Game 1. There we go, Game 1. Alright, so we really didn't even get to go super wide with our deck quite yet, so let's just try and get right into another game, and we're going to have enough to open a pack at the end of this game, so that'll be a cool little reward at the end of the night. But yeah, let's just get into the next game, just because we didn't really get to go super wide with our humans like I was thinking about. That the deck was going to excel at was just creating a lot of humans really broadly. So we have 2 mana, so we just need a 3rd to hit the Elite Spellbinder, and that's the nice thing about this deck, is that Sigarda is 4 mana, but the deck functions at 3 mana, which is really nice. So when you start out with a hand of 2 lands, you know that you can function, and if you hit a 3rd land, you're good. You're done. You don't really need to hit another land after that. So your deck can work at 2 lands. 3 is obviously where you want to be at, but it's nice to not have to always hit 3 lands in your own. So okay, we get a 3rd. We're gonna cast our Chaplain turn 1. Chaplain's also just a really nice card to get out. It's a 1/1, but it's got First Strike and Ward, so it's got like a double layer of protection on it. It's really nice. Alright, so we got Gruul across the table. I'm assuming that they're going to be playing Werewolves. So this might be a burn spell. Now, do we play it safe and hold our Luminarch back and try and cast something else? I think we do. I want our opponent to be pressured to play something to stop our board before they try and kill our Luminarch Aspirant. So even if he has a shock or something, play with fire or whatnot, he's going to have to pay ward for the Chaplain, which is, again, it's a really nice, you can't even get a free turn 1 kill. You have to have that 2nd mana. All right. So he's just holding, and we're going to try and we're going to see what he's up to. I want to see what he's got in his hand, and it's nice. Okay, we get another conceit. The power of humans. So Elite Spellbinder, obviously not super popular in other formats, but the Elite Spellbinder is really nice to just stop. What I've noticed Elite Spellbinder does when it comes down on turn 3, I love it when you're on the play and not the draw. So Elite Spellbinder just kind of gives you that initial advantage. When you play Elite Spellbinder on 3 to go to your opponent's turn 4 and you stop their turn 4, you basically turn their turn 4 into a turn 6. by making it cost 2 extra mana. And it's really great when you hit a Seek's Chariot. That's like the best feeling ever when you hit the I can't even remember the name anymore, and I already forgot. I'm too busy thinking about my next hand. When you hit the Spellbinder on turn 3 and you make the Chariot, now like their whole hand was most likely based around that Chariot, and you just made it turn 6. It's a great feeling to just stop your turn 4 from sucking. Okay. So we want to grow. We want to grow our Chaplain. He has First Strike, but he's obviously not going to contend with that Werewolf. That's where our Cathar is going to come down. If we can get the 3rd land... Well, if we can get the 3rd land, I think we go Rally, Codspell, get another counter going with a counter from our Luminarch and our counter from Rally. And this is, again, where the deck is just going to really shine. It's going to make a big board. So, Gruul, I'm assuming we're playing against Gruul Wolves. Okay, another pack leader. Alright, not where I wanted it to be. So this has Indestructible, so we're not going to block there, obviously. So we get a 3rd land, which we don't. I think we Rally. Oh, that sucks. We're running 23 lands. I'm really not sure why we're kind of struggling to get to that 3rd land. We top decked a land last game to get us there. Alright, so he's thinking. So the ward wouldn't do anything if he had an additional Blizzard Brawl, so I'm assuming that that's not what he... Alright, we get an Arlen, but hopefully the Chaplain is enough to kind of scare our opponent away from attacking us with his pack leaders. He'll get to draw a card, but I'll get a free kill. Alright, so this is where we want to be. We'll go here, we'll get a pack leader, and then we're good with our Chaplain, because we can now just basically block everything. Okay, so they might... Well, if they turn it to night, that's better for me, because then I'm going to double spell with my clerics, and I'm going to flip Brutal Cathar. So I really hope they don't play anything, and they do turn it to night. Alright, that's an oopsie on his part, so we're going to join. So now this has Ward of 3 life. Yeah, we'll join. We're going to double spell. And we're going to give the Chaplain... We're going to make the Chaplain even bigger. They both have First Strike, but I really don't want the Moonrage Brute to die. I guess the Chaplain could die, but I kind of want to hold it back for now, because then we can just use it to block these tokens a little later. Okay. Frostbite. Yeah, that sucks. That kind of ruins our plan. And it entered with the counter because of Arlen. But then I turned it... Okay. No, it's night. Okay, because Tovolar turns it to night at his upkeep. Okay. And we get a Reckless Stormseeker. That sucks for us. Yeah, that Cathar staying around. We still have First Strike here. So if he attacks with the Storm Charged Slasher... Okay, so now we have a choice to make. We need to kill stuff, right? So we block here. We block... We really want to get rid of the Tovolar. We're going to take a fat amount of damage here. But that Tovolar is just going to give way too much benefit. Wow, we might actually be dead next turn. Okay, Gruul Wolves showing up. We really needed that Brutal Cathar to stay. Wow. Another pack leader. I don't know if the Cthulhu even saves us. We're just not getting enough mana. We're not getting enough lands to just keep playing, but we can get 1, 2... 1, 2, 3. I mean, we're still taking 4. These will have lifelink. I mean, just for the sake of playing. No, we want that. I don't even know if we live here. Well, we have 3 blockers. They have 4. We gain 4 life, though. I don't even know. Our plan was to flip that Cathar, and our opponent definitely had that thought of. Okay, so they just swing out. They're going to draw 3 cards with their 3 pack leaders, so they're probably hoping to draw another Frostbite or something. Alright, so here, here, and there. And they're thinking, I'm assuming they have some kind of damage. If they can just... Okay, he gives it trample. But I'm still in it. Still have 1 life. And we'll get another Intrepid next turn. Oh, man. Probably would have been better. Probably would have been better to play this on 1 and then also play the COD spell. I'm not sure. Because the Arlen is going to be a 5/5. Because we didn't double spell. But our... Yeah, I think we're dead here. We have 3 blockers. They're going to have 5 creatures. There's a lot of thinking going on for some basic math that needs to happen. So I will gain 5 life, but I don't think I can... So Arlen has trample, so I need to block it. Yeah, that's game. There's a lot of thinking for that seemed pretty solved. He just had to literally go to combat and cast Frostbite, and that would have been the writing on the wall. But our opponent needed to apparently think about casting a 1-mana spell. Alright, we're just going to get right into it. The part where green-white human seems to struggle, and it's weird because mono-white and mono-green don't seem to struggle with this, is hitting their turn 1, turn 2, turn 3, turn 4, etc. Every time I've tried to play this deck, I just seem to struggle with actually just hitting that. We're going to risk it. So we need the double green for the Augur. But again, we don't have our turn 1 here. Alright. They're going to try and mill us out, but they misplayed. Let's just grow our Luminarch and just try and hit this crab. Alright. So there's that green that we needed. That hurts. So they're just Dimir control. I'll take that crab. So let's see if they have another answer. I'm assuming they will have an answer because this is probably, yeah, this is probably just straight up Dimir control. Let's Spellbinder. Let's see what they're going to try and do next turn. Sphere of Annihilation. I don't want to discard cards. Nighthawk Scavenger. Let's just rally. And then we'll do a chaplain. Let's see if he wants to trade the Nighthawk Scavenger, because I'm fine if we... I mean, I'm killing it. The Spellbinder already used up what he was, which is the ETB. The Nighthawk Scavenger is going to get way stronger as the game goes on. Okay, so he plays Sphere for 1. Alright, and we get our green here. So at the beginning of your upkeep, exile Sphere of Annihilation, all creatures and planeswalkers mana value less than or equal to. So he's going to exile our Chaplain. Test. Just play Sigarda. Try to go to attack. We'll try and get 3 damage. He exiles his own crab. I don't know if he saw that one. So we're in a much better spot. I don't know if he foresaw that. We might get a concede here. A Black Bloom Rogue. Here, we're going to cast our Luminarch and Augur of Autumn. Your time to shine. So let's give the counter to Sigarda. We're just going to go hit face. Oh, we get Covenant. Perfect. Didn't even think about that. Baleful Mastery. Ouch. I mean, we still have the Augur and the Luminarch, which are... Play the land off the top. Play this. Take that. Play these. Let's just keep dealing as much damage as we can. So I guess the only thing I'm concerned about is he's running snow-covered land, so if he hits a Blood on the Snow. But that's where the Chaplain of Alms really goes into effect. I mean, this is game, right? Yeah. Really quick before we hit next game on the ranked ladder, I want to check and just see my ratio of green and white lands. I just want to make sure because the Augurs, the 2 green pips, I might go down here, up here. It might just seem small, but we're going to try just because I want to make sure if we draw the Augur again, I want to make sure we can cast it. So... because we got lucky there, and it really started moving our deck along as we were able to move a land off the top, so that's what we want to try and make sure to do next. Alright, so we have our turn 1, we have rallies. Those are going to be really good. We're going to Chaplain. Clever Lumamancer. Go here. Do humans. So the Lumamancer is going to get buffed by that Homestead Courage. There we go. There's Augur that we were just talking about. But we want to hit double spell with Codspell Cleric. So let's do that. We'll give the Chaplain another 1/1. And the Codspell has Vigilance. So it's actually nothing to look down on. The Vigilance is really nice in the Codspell when you, especially when you pair it with another Codspell Cleric or like these couple Rally of the Ranks, Sigarda, get some 1/1 counters. Venerable Warsinger. So this is just a... Oh, Mardu. The heck is a Mardu combat trick spell slinger? Alright. Alright, we get a Sun Gold. But we want to get the Augur of Autumn. We want to just try and filter out some of the things on the top of our library. So the card spell has Vigilance, so he's either going to have to make the choice of trading the Warsinger with it, which I'm fine with. This thing is more powerful. Or the card spell is just going to stay up to block. And now we're just in a good spot next turn. If he can't kill these, he can't attack. And we're just going to be at a good spot. So I just noticed our viewer count just jumped up a little bit. If you're new in the chat, just make sure to say hey, and I'd love to give you a shout out. All right, what does Mardu Combat Trick Spellslinger do on turn 4? So once the Sun Gold comes down, we'll hit the Coven for the Augur, so we'll be able to cast creatures off the top. Okay, Rite of Oblivion. Haven't seen this much. Rite of Oblivion, 2-mana sorcery with flashback 4. Exile target non-land permanent. Okay. Alright, so we'll hit Sun Gold, and we'll get Coven. Yeah, I don't want that in there. So, yeah, that's actually really good. I don't know if we want to hit another Sun Gold, because this can come down next turn and just buff our whole team again. So I think I'd actually rather have that. So let's get rid of all the flashback stuff, because I don't want him hitting any of those. So we'll do the same. Alright, yeah, he's forced to block. Alright, so he needs to top deck something really good. There we go. Need some hype in the chat for that victory. That felt good. And our wild card, Golden Ratio. Draw a card for each different power among creatures you control from Strixhaven. Just get right into another game. So far, Green-White Humans is doing a lot better than I expected. I hadn't really played it and testing a lot. I just know that it was becoming a little more popular in on all the websites and whatnot. This is a tough one. So I like what we have here. We could have dropped one cleric for a land. We're gonna keep it though. We're gonna roll. We're feeling dangerous right now. So unfortunately, we don't get a turn 1 cleric, but I think that's fine because we don't really want to play them on turn 1 anyway. Oh no. Oh no, it's mono white. Anything but mono white. Alright, so what do we do here? Next turn we could go cleric, cleric, or we could do cleric, cleric. Now, no, I like this idea. Putting a counter on the Sun Gold. Or wait, we'll have another land next turn, so we can actually exile this monk. Alright. Yeah, Brutal Cathar is 100% getting played on that monk of the open hand. So here. And I'll take that from you. And I can offer the trade here, which I kind of want to do, just because, yeah, I'd rather get rid of a monk. Because those things can get huge, especially later in the game. And especially with one of those. Yeah, no way. We're not trading that. Oh, so we get a... Alright, 3rd Cod Spell Cleric. So we'll go here. And here. We'll give our Brutal Cathar. Make him a little bit stronger. So again, let's offer this, because if he wants to lose both, no, he doesn't. So we just want to keep pressure on our opponent. Makes me really nervous though, because I think I need to go an entire turn without casting something, and then if we can get another land, I need to double spell to flip this, because we need to take care of that Luminarch Aspirant or we're gonna die. And it sucks because it's almost like we need to give up another turn. Yeah, so, well, we can't kill it. Sigarda's going to buff them. We have another COD spell. I think we just need to survive another turn. I want to stay up on life against my opponent. All right, we get a Chaplain, so we can double spell. So I think we have to do that. We can still... Oh, well, I don't want to trade with their COD spell. So we're going to do this and just transform our Brute. And then we're going to double spell next turn and get rid of that Luminarch Aspirant. So our mono white player has 5 lands, which... Alright, so he's just going right to me. So, alright, now we can double spell. Oh, no, we can't. We needed another white for that. Shoot. So we have to go Chaplain, COD spell Cleric. Let's give it to the Chaplain to buff him. And so this has first strike, so he could block, and I really need this to take out that Luminarch Aspirant. So we have to go here. We're going to take that. Maybe I should have given the counter to the Brutal Cathar to block this COD spell Cleric. Okay, that's fine. You can make my Sigarda be stupid expensive. Okay, so now he's holding back. Nope, we're going to hold back too. We have Adeline. Okay, we're doing better now. We're running mono white down of cards, and that's exactly what we need to do. So the Chaplain kind of needs to die, because then that will come back as a flyer, or we just need to get another land and cast... There we go. I'll take you. Alright, let's see. So you can block that without taking anything. I want that to die. Hey, there we go. We got mono white. That's somewhat what I was afraid of, was some mono white and some mono green. That was a really nice top deck of the land, so we could cast the Sigarda. That felt nice. The offer still stands if you're in the chat, or even if you're watching on YouTube later and you want to drop a comment and just let me know anything about the current deck we're playing, about a deck that you'd like to see on the channel, something that you've been brewing that you want me to test out. I'd love to do all of that. So if you're watching either right now or in the future on YouTube, feel free to leave me some suggestions. I'd love to interact with you guys in that way. So anyway, here we have a COD spell on turn 1, then we can get an Intrepid, not the turn 2 that we want, but then if we get the 3rd, we can go Augur or Brutal Cathar. So we're living dangerously. We're going to try it. We're going to keep it. We don't want to go down to 5 or to go down to 6. We're going to try and keep 7 as much as we can. Oh my lord. We are not getting any breaks. So I don't want to play COD spell on turn 1. That kind of sucked, but you gotta play a turn 1. He goes Clarion Spirit. You want to make that trade? For sure, brother. I will make that trade. So now we can get Brutal next turn. So let's just grow our Luminarch Aspirant right now. That felt good to hit that 3rd land right when we needed it. So he's going to Usher. Probably going to double spell here. If it's another Clarion Spirit, that really sucks for us, because then we need to find a way to double spell. All right, it's a COD spell, which still isn't great, but wow, and a Homestead Courage. He's gonna feel really stupid when I take that away from him. We get the other green for the Augur, so I'll go here, take that from you. Then we're gonna make you bigger just in case. Love the Brutal Cathars. They're so great. One of my favorite cards from this new set. So now he's still got the Courage in his graveyard. If we could have hit a Sun Gold Sentinel maybe next turn. I mean, I'm assuming he's going to cast... Oh! It's his own Brutal Cathar. That hurts. That's going to hurt. Yep, so he gets his Spirit back. He can flash this back from his graveyard, make another Spirit. And we are in a really bad spot. Sure. Sure, just kill all my things. Wow, I really don't like where we're at now. We're just going to get beat with those flyers. He's top decking, but he's got a huge board. Yeah. All right, now we can draw a Spellbinder. And it's night. That sucks. That Moonrage Brute's gonna flip if any of us double spell now. So I want the Coven ability, and I'm gonna give it to our lifelinker so we can stay in the game. Okay, so we missed the double spell from him too. That's good. That's what we want. We're still going to get hit in the air, but our Intrepid Adversary, and especially next turn, we're going to hit a land, and we're going to hit another Intrepid Adversary. I think we're going to be in business. So the Moonrage Brute's going to have first strike. Oh, it's a Sigarda. That's nice. So we'll go on white. But again, if we double spell, this thing flips and takes something from us. So let's just do an Intrepid Adversary and just make it as big as possible. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's pressure him into trying to kill this thing. Alright, I'm fine with that. So 1, 3, 6. Okay, so we move that to the front. We move that above that. Okay, so we gained 8 life and killed 3 creatures, especially that, and we get our Brutal Cathar back. So don't know if that's exactly what he wanted to do. So now we are encouraged to double spell. 1, 2, 3, 7 in the air, but we have lifelink here. I don't know if she's got this. Nah, we don't want to taunt. Okay. Land here. Let's cast Sigarda. We don't really need the adversary. Combat. Let's go on our lifelinker. And that's game. Mono White. We've beaten Mono White twice now with Selesnya Humans. Selesnya Humans came to play. Alright, can we rank up? Can we get to Platinum 3 here? Let's just get right into another game. No point in stop. We're on a roll. Arena has given us the hot hand, and I have found that when you are on and Arena has you going, you shouldn't stop because you pretty much are set up to start moving through the ranks. But when you're off Arena lets you know it. So let's see. We don't have a turn 1, which really sucks, but we have both our colors and we have a bunch of turn 2s and a Spellbinder. So we want cards out so when we hit rally, they can just straight up attack. Let's just join, and we're going to lose out on 1 damage, but Sun Gold is best when there's something in the graveyard that we can exile. Sunset Revelry. Well, sucks to be you, because we're making our humans bigger. So he gets his 3rd land. We do not. We hit another rally. But 2 rallies can be powerful, so I'm not too worried about it. Check for traps. You're going to make us choose a non-land card. Exile that card. It's an instant sorcery card with flash. They lose 1 life. Okay. So dumps the other rally. And we get the land. We're going to go Spellbinder, and we're going to stop his turn 4. So let's see. Oh, a Terror Grid and a Doomscar. So I think that... Alright, this is a little tough, because the Doomscar wipes our strategy completely. It kills all of our creatures. The Terror Grid needs to do a little work to make us do stuff, so let's get rid of the Doomscar. So now the good thing about Spellbinder is that when it takes it out of their hand to exile, they can't foretell it anymore. So they can't reduce the mana cost. Otherwise, that would have been a 3-mana spell at some point. So now it is a 7-mana spell. 7-mana board wipe doesn't seem too good. So they can't cast Terror Grid, but they can do Vanishing Verse or this Minimus Containment. They opt to go for another Revelry. We'll go here. Is there anything in their graveyard that I need to exile with Sun Gold? I think we just buff our team. We just try to keep dealing damage. They're probably going to either exile this with their Vanishing Verse, but I kind of want to bait that anyway. Yeah, like I said, I want to bait it. I don't really need to play the Sun Gold right now. So, just as I expected. That's fine. We're still going to deal 4 in the air. So now if he gets a land, he could have played Terror Grid's Lantern last turn. Alright, so he just opts to go for the Terror Grid right now. Get another land. Jeez. We're just looking to deal damage in the air. So I'm assuming that Minimus Containment. Yeah, I would assume that. Take him out. Go here. We can't hit this and join this turn, but that's okay, because Coven... I don't think it matters what we get rid of. I don't think this deck... So now he's got the board wipe. Alright, so Terror Grid says, whenever an opponent sacrifices a non-token permanent or discards a permanent card, you may put that grave. So if we sacrifice this, I think they don't get a treasure. They get the Spellbinder. We don't have anything in our hands, but we don't really want a 3-1 on the other side with flying that they didn't have to pay anything for, so... I guess we could have gone to combat with the Intrepid Adversary to try and force the Terror Grid to block. That was kind of a misplay on my part. Sigarda's Splendor. So as it enters, note your life total at the beginning of your upkeep. Draw a card. If your life total is greater than or equal to the last time you noted life for Sigarda's Splendor, then note your life total again. Whenever you cast a white spell, you gain 1 life. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess at this point we're just baiting the Doomscar there. Yep. Let's just try and... bait the Terror Grid into dying. They're at a dangerously low health total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So unless that's a Doomscar. Then we have our Lair of the Hydra. Okay, so he draws an extra card here. That might help him if he's got a Doomscar. He's got 5 lands. He's got 6. But he's not running snow, so I'm assuming we're not going to see blood on the snow. Goes for another Revelry. We're playing Soul Shatter. So if I lose the Adversary, it makes my entire team go down, but the Sun Gold doesn't really do anything for me. So he'll get a Sun Gold Sentinel. That sucks for me. He's going to exile his own card from his graveyard. Alright, this puts me in a bad spot. That puts me in a good spot. So if we do that, the Terror Grid gets to block it. But if it dies, we can cast it for its disturb cost. But it enters not as a... Well, we have the rally, we have this. I just don't know if I want to give him that for free. I feel like this Doomscar is going to come up pretty quickly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He needs one land he can Doomscar. That changes things. Oh, we're going to lose our adversary. Our team's going to get really small. Oh, man. Now we're hitting lands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I did not know that was going to sacrifice that. He can just straight up kill this by blocking with everything that I gave him. I don't even know what to do in this part. This Terror Grid's got me messed up. Yeah, that sucks. Well, this guy really came back. I just don't even know how I'm supposed to get through this. Because he's just going to keep Terror Grid up being a 4-5 blocker. Terror Grid's pretty good. And, oh yeah, and then he's going to combo Terror Grid with the Lantern. We're pretty much out of this at this point. We'll see what our top deck is, but I think we're pretty much out. No, we don't want to sacrifice. Alright, so we get another Aspirant. We just keep buffing up the Chaplain of Alms, I guess. Well, I mean, yeah, but this thing doesn't have Trample, so you can just block with his 1/1. We're not dead yet. We have 20 health. And he's top decking, but he's drawing 2 cards with this Cigar to Splendor. And he's going to have enough mana to just keep popping Terror Grid's Lantern. But I guess if he does, I could sacrifice my Chaplain of Alms. So I can have it to make it have flying. So he's drawing 3 cards a turn. He gets his top deck. He gets Cigar to Splendor. Oh, man. I mean, this game would be different if this guy were just... If he were doing something. He's just basically making me sacrifice all my stuff. Let's just give it to him. Here you go. If he doesn't go to combat, I'm just going to concede, because this would be just boring if he's just going to sit here and... Ah, that sucks. Yeah. No, I don't want to make you guys watch this. This is just a show for him. Good job, Terror Grid's Lantern player. You can play Terror Grid's Lantern. Good job.
All right, we're not going out on that one. We need to have a better showing. We had a really strong early game, and we were really starting out strong, and then control decks just really whittle you down. They get mid game, they whittle you down. They get late game, they hit their stride, and then the really early aggro decks, such as the one we're playing, you just lose steam. You can't get over the hump. Oh my! All right, our first mulligan. Okay, 3 lands. Have Elite. We have Sigarda. Man, we're just getting flooded with these adversaries. We're going to tap this so that way it doesn't ask us if we want to pay for it all the time. Oh, Chaplain of Alms. Yeah, we'll do that instead of the Intrepid Adversary. Maybe we can get a 4th. All right. Oh, man, so it would have been really nice to have double white here to cast the Adelaine right now, but we don't. So we'll go here. We'll get the Spellbinder out. We'll stop their turn 3, whatever it is. Okay, mono green. So their turn 3s, they have 2 old growth trolls, which really sucks. We could just stop the Ren and 7 for a while, because they have 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we're going to stop the Ren and 7. Because we don't want them creating that reach tree folk that can stop our Spellbinder. The old growth troll is good, but it can't stop the... Oh my gosh, we need mana. I guess we just play this to kill the troll, but he's got another one. Wow, this is happening. We just needed a plains. That's all we have. 12 plains in our deck. We have 7 forests, and we've drawn 2 green sources. Okay. Is he gonna forget the Chaplain has first strike? And it seems like he will forget. Oh, the Snakeskin Veil. That's okay. Chaplain dies. We can just recast it. This does have Trample, though, so we're going to just straight up take 4. Yeah. That sucks. Finally. Alright, so we gained 3 life back, which... Alright, so he's got 5, so he's not going to hit Ren and 7 unless he's got another one in his hand. That'd be a no. Innkeeper, so 5 lands out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 6, so he needs 1 land to hit Ren. I'm just going to assume that he has it. No. No. We don't want to block. So we'll have the 1/1 here for blocking. Oh, now we're getting our lands. So we have 4, so this can trade. He could kill the Adelaide, but he loses his things. We'll keep a blocker back. Well, no, we just want a pressure. We just want damage. Alright, seems smart. So he will get the Ren next turn. But we're going to hope that we can just go wide enough that if he gets the tree folk, we can just still deal too much damage to him, and we'll have our Lair of the Hydra. Okay, so he had one in his hand, but again, I think we still win. I think we're good. Good game. Sure, do your thing. 2 blockers. We have 5 creatures. Yeah, he did the math. Good job. Alright, we're going to try and hit Platinum 3. We're back to where we were when we had that stupid game against that Tergrid deck. We're going to hit Platinum 3. I can feel it. We're going to hit it. Getting right into it. We're going to hit Platinum 3 right now. we just right out of the gate, we have enough mana for Sigarda, and I think... Well, isn't it odd how many times we've had Sigarda in this game? Considering we only have one copy in our deck, we've seen it almost every game. It's nice, she's a great card, but statistically speaking, probably shouldn't have drawn it this many times. Alright, so our opponent gets an Aspirant, which is way better than our turn 2. In our turn 3, we need that other forest. So hopefully we can get that. Oh, and it's a Redain. Holy cow, we might just be out of this game already. Never mind. This will have Vigilance, but this will just keep growing everything, so let's get rid of that. Yeah, Redain is awesome, but she, at the same time, is a pain in the butt. Yeah, we're going to just take 4 to the dome. So now we just need to focus on double spelling. So we're just going to go here to flip that, so hopefully we can get... We need to double spell here to flip that Moonrage Brute. And our opponent's still got 3. Oh my. Mono white doing mono white things. We might just die before we can do anything. We don't have any flyers. All of our small... So this gives us a flyer in the air, but it can't kill the Redain. Okay, our opponent draws 3 Intrepid Adversaries. That's great. Oh, the Redain having Vigilance just screws us. I think we're dead. We just can't stop. It's got 3 +1/+1 counters. 1 from the Aspirant, and then 2 from each Intrepid Adversary. Mono White just out aggroing us. Come on, double spell. Cast 2 spells. Coward. No, let's do this and just try and eat through. Alright, so next turn, still can't double spell. Oh, well, we have Coven. So if we reveal a creature on top, we can draw the Catilda and then double spell, get the Redain out, and then we're in a much better spot. Now, the Moonrage Brute having First Strike does wonders for us. There we go. Do that. Go here. Oh, we could double spell with Sigarda. I like that. Oh. I mean, if we cast... Does it just tap too many of our things if we try and do that now? I think it does. No, no attacks. Get rid of that Redain. So those Intrepid Adversaries are still really strong, but our little guys over here can take care of those. Wow. What are the odds? Just had the backup Redain in the back pocket. That's fine. Oh, he gets our flashback. That sucks. Not sure if he wants to be doing that. Definitely go here. We want to kill these adversaries, but at what cost? Because the Augur of Autumn mean, I guess we could do Catilda. She doesn't really do anything, but she does grow our board. Should we get rid of the Augur because the Catilda will just grow? Yeah, we want to do this. Oh, wait. No, we need to block. We're forced to block here. Is that game, though? This might be game. That sucks. Yeah, I think they have us here because they have... Yeah, if I could have gotten rid of one of those sooner. It's 2 in the air. I don't have a way to gain life. They have 30 life. Yeah, there's no way. All right, so mono white is our bouncer into Platinum 3, I guess. We're going to try and see if we can get back up there. And if not, then it's not meant to be. Alright, let's see what our opening hand will give us. We have 3 mana, so we have enough for Elite. We have enough for Augur. I think that's a keep. Don't want Cod Spell to be our turn 1, but what are you going to do? Play a Hall of the Storm Giants. It'd be really nice to have... Okay, so we need to just turn 2, and then we'll have turn 3. I was looking at people's sleeves. I'm assuming we're going to get Fading Hope here. That's okay. We just played that just to get it out, then we'll have a turn 3. If we can get the second white, I think we play Adeline over Spellbinder. Oh, here is it. And you foretell. Let's look at what you got. So this is just generally annoying, but not unstoppable. Let's get rid of the counter spell because we have no way to deal with that. All right. Next turn, it would be really nice if we can get the Adeline out. Oh, Jeskai. There we go. So we're just going to try and pressure. That's what we need to do against control. And we get the free creature, free damage in. We'll untap with that creature. I don't think this guy... Well, if he's probably going to get the land, go Sunset Revelry, but I mean, I'd lose... Trade 1/1s for 1/1s. That's fine. I mean, not even if we go Intrepid Adversary. Yeah. Or we could do... Hope to get another land, hit Intrepid for 2. 1, 2... So I actually think that's better. We do this and then play the Augur of Autumn. And we have our land. So we just go here. Adeline is proving to be really nice in the mono white builds that I've toyed with. And then in this deck, she just brings more humans to the party, which is great. Doomscar. Doomscar. So our opponent's at 9. Can we deal 9 damage? Oh my gosh. Sunset Revelry. I get it. So let's try and get him out of Well, he's not running Snowlands. I was going to say Frostbite range, but... Oh my gosh, control. Oh, that sucks. We had such a great board state. Alright, so he's obviously got some kind of combat trick. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so the Celestis is just really good at keeping these control decks in the game by just gaining them 1 life. And then he gets to loot. Oh, get it. Get it. Oh my, we're not supposed to be drawing this many lands. Oh, it entered as a Moonrage Brute. But we'll just go Intrepid Adversary. We'll pay. That counts as our double spell. We'll get one of these angels out of here. Yeah, and that's the other thing Brutal Cathar is great with, is just totally destroying tokens. You just get them out of the game. So when you're 3 mana, that flips into something with First Strike and Ward 3, also just says destroy target creature token. It's great. So those tree folk that Ren and 7 make, and things like Amir's Call with these angels. So he's gonna flip me back. He just gains so much life. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he has enough for his Sock coming to just hold up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is so annoying. I hate being in this situation where I'm just basically having to go brain dead to straight to combat, and this guy just seems to have all the answers. He's got everything going on, drawing multiple cards a turn, so he's gonna kill the adversary. He's got 2 life, but he's got all the lands in the world, so probably gonna see an epiphany here. How much do you want to bet? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7. Yeah. Nope. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that to you guys. I'm not going to do that to myself. Hitting through a double epiphany turn. We are quickly falling from the Magic Arena God graces right now. Our Selesnya humans are failing to produce. We have a really nice strong start, and then we just fail right at the end. We're not getting any of our Luminarch Aspirants or a Sigarda, which is kind of our top end, but we only have 1, so I'm not really expecting to draw her. We have drawn Catilda once this whole night. And we're playing against Mono White again. So expect us to lose this one. And we have 2 adversaries. We don't have any of our other 2-drops in the deck. We're just getting flooded with adversary. It would be really nice to get one of our 4 Luminarch Aspirants to start growing our board, but nope, we're gonna get an adversary. We're gonna have 2 adversaries. Rally the Rank's still a nice hit though. Grows our board. Hey, Luminarch Aspirant. That would have been nice. Wow, and a Codspell Cleric. Holy crap. So we're not out of this yet. The Adeline definitely brings us back into pace with our opponent. and it serves as a really good blocker. But I'm assuming the Adeline's going to die just because it's that point in the night where my luck is just gone. Alright, so he takes Rally, which makes my board really weak now. Next turn we can hit Sigarda, or we can do an Intrepid and buff everyone up again. And he double spells. Yeah. Figures. I don't know why you wouldn't give the counter to the first striking Raptor. I mean, if we attack all out, we're dead next turn? Yeah, I think if we need all our blockers, because if we mono white with 3 mana brought us down to 6. Oh my. Some people get all the luck. And another. So that thing is going to be a, what, a 5/6? Yeah. So don't need to sit through that. We're dead. That's great. Mono white, 3 lands, go wide. Because we would just lose our Sigarda. We would lose our Sigarda in the trade. We'd be forced to block with everything that we had, and there's nothing that we're going to top deck that's going to take care of a wide board from mono white. There's no point in making you sit through that. There's no point in making me sit through that. We're going to try and get one more win. Okay. Does Luminarch Aspirant exist in this deck? I think we saw that in our first couple games and haven't drawn one since. Be really nice to play on turn 2 when it's supposed to come out. Play Chaplain, play Luminarch, make the Chaplain big, but hey. Non-creature, non-land. You can look at my hand. It's this. Keep going here. Might have been better to save it, but turn 2 is turn 2. We're going to try and play on pace. Eye Twitch. Definitely counters our adversary. Get rid of that one. Well, I don't know why he wouldn't trade the Eye Twitch. I feel like you want the Eye Twitch to die so you could learn. Plays a Faceless Haven. Skullport. So, is this going to be Orzhov, or is this just going to be mono black? Yeah, we are going to try and stop what he's going to do next turn. Yeah, you can put that Meat Hook Massacre somewhere else. Wow, I don't have any good attacks here. Plays the land, he can still Meat Hook for 1. That wipes almost my whole board. Oh, we are just not getting any favorable matchups tonight. We had some really good ones in the beginning. Oh, only if I could double spell right now and get rid of that merchant. Let's play Sigarda. Make his Meat Hook even worse now. You can power up that Faceless Haven, but it dies. Puts him at a land behind, so let's just do this. But I just don't want to lose our Moonrage Brute, because if we can double spell, it flips, obviously. Brutal Cathar is amazing. So let's see. The meat hook is now 4, so he has enough to basically cast it for 1 right now, which no longer hits anything. But if he plays another land, he hits it for 2. He goes and gets a pest summoning, gets another treasure. So he could play it for 3 and get rid of my Moonrage Brute. If he drops a land, which, I mean, Deadly Dispute probably is going to... Probably drew a land. Alright, he goes for another Deadly Dispute. Sacrifices a treasure. Our opponent is thinking. What are they going to do? They could have drawn another Meat Hook Massacre. I'm assuming there's at least 3 in the deck. Oh, Blood on the Snow. Way better than Meat Hook Massacre in this situation. Probably brings back a Skullport Merchant. Get rid of that merchant. It's just a big blocker. Again, we fall just way too far behind in this deck when we get board wiped, and there's just a lot of really good things in the meta right now that, like Meat Hook Massacre, Blood on the Snow, Doomscar, Vanquish the Horde, Devastating Mastery, that just totally just ruin this deck, because this deck is just not strong like mono white or mono green that are just going to basically play on curve every time, and they're just going to play creature from turn 1 until turn 4 or 5. This deck is designed to do that, but it just doesn't have enough power. Like, there just seems to be things that are almost like working against it almost all the time. Oh man, I just don't even know what to do in this situation. We have Rally. We have the Chapel Shieldgeists in our graveyard, so that's the first time that we're playing those. It's going to give our board the Ward 1. It has flying in first strike, which is nice. It just, you know, the Meat Hook comes down, plays it for X equals 1. He gets to learn, probably goes and grabs a Mascot Exhibition. Kills my whole board. Yeah, Mono Black Control is really nice because it just allows you to do a lot of this stuff. And then he's going to have his Faceless Havens to deal damage, and he's got 3 of them. Played all this. It's all gone. 2 board wipes. It's really hard to recover from stuff like that. Okay. Especially because we're just not getting the lands that we need. So usually in these situations, the Sun Gold Sentinel is pretty good because of the Coven ability. So we could choose a color like, you know, our opponent's playing a mono color. So this is why Sun Gold is really nice in these decks against mono white and mono green. Because if you just have an entire board of mono white creatures and then you use the Coven ability, choose white, then those white creatures can't block the Sun Gold Sentinel and you just get in on damage. Palaka Predation. That throws me back to the Ultimatum, the Yorion Sultai Ultimatum days. Our opponent is just playing super cautiously. I don't know why. It's almost like they're acting like we have this big surprise in our hand, or we're gonna do something that's gonna just kill them out of nowhere. Yeah, I don't know. Let's just get in for 2, I guess. Now, if we had that Luminarch Aspirant. And this is the other problem with people playing these kinds of decks is like they're playing mono black control. They have a full grip. They have mascot exhibition. They're gonna be able to do all this stuff, and they just play so timidly. They play so slowly. Like, I have 1 card in hand. I'm top decking. You had 5 cards in your hand, and it's like they're playing like I'm gonna do something, or I don't know. It just, when people play. All right, let's see. What can we exile? It doesn't matter. Like, I feel like this guy knows what he's going to do or knows what he wants to do. But again, it just takes them forever to decide what's in their hand or what they're wanting to do. I think he's realizing that the Geist has first strike. So we get him to 7. That's no small feat. But the meat hook just makes him gain life. So if he plays another meat hook here for like 3, we're just done. Because then he'll have... Yeah, comboing the meat hook with the pests is really good too. So he gets to draw the card, gain life, and make me lose life. All in one. All in one. With the pest dying. Our opponent with the grip, with 1.5 million lands out. Half the lands in their deck. Still struggling to know what to play. I mean, even if he forces trades, he has a 4/4 token that he didn't... He got off of 1 card, and it's like, oh, I need to save my 4/4 token when you have 3 Faceless Havens that you could power up. You make me chump the 4/4 token. Nope, see, he just sits. Cowards. Gonna just keep going at him, I guess. Ooh, is he gonna give my Shield Geist -1/-1 with that Shambling Ghast? He makes a treasure token. He's got 1 million mana. Apparently he's thinking. Why would you blood on the snow? He spent all that time setting up his board. $11 triggers go on the stack. I mean, hey, then he can just power up his Faceless Havens and kill me. If he doesn't power up his Faceless Havens, then this guy is just... He's just trolling at this point. I have no board and no hand. Okay. All right, so we each lose half of our life totals, and it comes in as a 12-12. Oh, there's the land that we've been missing this whole time. I mean, I think that's game, right? He's got 8 lands over here. He can power up 2 Faceless Havens. That's 8 damage. So let's see if this guy toys with his food or just tries to kill me. Okay, he's deciding to just toy with his food. He is wanting to play his spells and look cool doing it. There you go. Jeez. Alright, this guy is just gonna be done with me, I guess. Well, no, I'm done with him. Scourge of the Skyclaves, though. You don't see that much anymore. Wow, we have fallen. We were 1 game away from being in Platinum 3, and we have fallen all the way down to almost base Platinum 4. That is sad. I think that's going to do it, however, for this video. But let's go over the deck and just talk about what Selesnya Humans does or doesn't do. Honestly, it was pretty disappointing. Our first couple of games, we just seemed to be on a really hot streak. I don't know what it was. We drew Catilda once. I know there's only 2 copies in the deck. I don't even know. I don't even have a 3rd copy. But there's only 2 copies in the deck. We drew Join the Dance and Sun Gold almost every time. We drew Sigarda almost every game with only 1 copy in. Adeline showed up a lot. Augur of Autumn was in almost every game, and they're all 2-ofs. And Catilda showed up like almost never. We had at least 2 Intrepid Adversaries in like all of our hands, which was somewhat annoying because we want to see more Rally the Ranks and Luminarch Aspirant, which are a 4-of. We rarely had a Chaplain of Arms on turn 1. We had Codsbug Cleric a lot. This deck there's just something about this deck that just seems really unbalanced. Like it just, and I'm not sure what it is because the deck is all turn 1 through 3 things. I mean, maybe cut down on lands to try and maximize some more 4-ofs in the deck. But there was just rarely a time where we were hitting turn 1, turn 2, turn 3, and then trying to top out at turn 4, or then after that, casting more 2 to 3 things, 2 to 3 mana costing things. I was either just getting flooded with lands or never had lands. So I was just playing 1 card a turn. So I would go turn 1, turn 2, and then we were waiting for turn 3, or we would just go 1, 2, 3, and then just get lands the rest of the game. And that's what I was hoping that the Augur of Autumn would be able to solve. But again, just not really. They just didn't seem to have that much of an impact. Maybe adding 4-ofs and trying to cut down on some lands and let the Augur of Autumn play lands off the top might be a suggestion. Obviously, adding more Sigardas would be nice. Maybe running 3 or 4 Catildas. Join the Dance didn't really do anything, so I'd probably end up cutting this card. It makes 2 humans, which can get big with Rally the Rank or Luminarch, but when you just don't draw them and you're just drawing Join the Dance and you're just making 1/1s for 2 mana, it just doesn't really seem that good. So anyway, thank you for watching. I've been Azarin like always, and if you'd like, give me a follow on YouTube. There you can leave comments on my videos. You can suggest decks for me to play or cards to check out. You can join my Discord, Azarin's Domain. There's a link to that in my Twitch. Thanks for watching, and tune in next time. We play Standard, we climb the rank ladder on Monday nights around 11 o'clock, and then we try and play one more time during the week, either Saturday mornings or Sunday mornings. But before I end the video, I promised a pack opening. We have enough to buy a pack. And what I've been doing lately is I've been saving up my wild cards for Crimson Vow. So I only have 3 rares right now, no mythics, but here's to hoping. We're going to crack a pack at the end of this video, and let's see what we get. Alright. So there are uncommons. Suspicious Stowaway. Oh, maybe a Sultai Werewolf deck is in my future. I don't even know if I have... That wasn't my first Suspicious Stowaway. Oh, okay. It was my first Suspicious Stowaway. Usually it says first, and maybe I didn't see it. Anyway, that was the pack opening. I'm sorry that we didn't really get to Platinum 3. We were right there. We were on Platinum 3 doorstep a couple times. We just never ended up getting it, so... But if you want to see more content like this, make sure to go to my Twitch page and follow. We're looking to hit that follower goal of 10 followers before the end of the month. So again, I've been Azrain. Thanks for watching.